So you're an attacker at Town Hall 10. There is one strategy that you need to learn how to do to dominate. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and we're here looking at some more Town Hall 10 stuff today featuring the Miners. The Miners are the troop that you get when you become a Town Hall 10, and they are the troop that you should be utilizing, even overutilizing. For me, when I became a Town Hall 10, I used Miners for war, and I used Miners for farming. I farmed with Miners all the way to my Town Hall 13 because you can grab massive amounts of Dark Elixir using the Miners. But today we're looking at how they can dominate in wars as well. Devil Moves is showing us some of the attack strategies that we can use here today, as well as a bunch of other attackers from this Town Hall 10 only event war. I want to also let you guys know that there's no siege machines in this war at all, so all the miner hits you're seeing are with straight up clan castle troops. No wall wrecker, no stone slammer, no siege barrack, or any of that stuff. So really, it's like a heart of Clash of Clans attack strategy. This one is coming in with a Queen Charge, which is going to get some massive value, lowering the clan castle, working on taking down the enemy queen as well. Our queen's ability was used. Now, luckily, she stepped back to take out some of those traps, and now she could take down the enemy queen. Really clutch moment by our queen right there. Guys, if you like Clash, if you want to watch more actually every single day, make sure that you sub the channel, ring the bell. I want you guys here with me so I can share with you all the great stuff in Clash of Clans that I have for you. Now, we have the heal spell already dropped because those miners are starting to path on through. Notice the queen, she narrowed down the southern part of the base, so all the miners are going to be able to come in from the west. Now, the clan castle was dropped as well, and it looks like there were, I think there were miners that came out of the CC. I actually didn't see that drop happen. A couple of balloons are in the composition as well, which I like for back-end loons or to make sure that the air bombs don't attack the healers of that queen. Remember, you want this queen to go far and deep inside of the base. But a cool thing, if she doesn't, if the queen goes down, a great thing about this strategy versus a Lalo strategy is the healers can then jump on those miners if the queen dies. So the healers are still going to have some value, even if that queen walk, that queen charge does go down. This was against a nearly max level base, or actually it looked like a max level base, showing that miners are a great way to attack. But you're probably asking about the clan castle. How do we deal with it? I'm going to talk about that next. Nubs is coming in with another strategy that is very, very similar, nearly identical. Looks like just some of the cleanup troops have been changed. We have an anti-3-star Town Hall 10, which means the Town Hall's on the outside of the base. And, well, it's not going to work this time because Nubs is going to take this one down. Starting with the queen from the western side of the base, and again, trying to narrow down the base. The reason that we narrow down a base is that the miners can stay closer together, so when you drop a heal, the more miners that are in that heal, the more value you get from that spell. So you want to try and keep them as close together as possible. Now the queen's going to step on up and start lowering that clan castle. Now, talking about that clan castle, that's important here. One of two things needs to happen when you're doing a miner attack. A, you have to lower the clan castle with the queen. You need the queen to take out those clan castle troops so that they don't go and attack your miners, because the miners can't shoot anything that's in the air. Now, the golem wouldn't have been too big of a problem. The miners could have taken that down, no big deal. But anything from the air, balloons, baby dragons, they can really wreck your miners. So you need to check the clan castle and make sure that there's nothing in there that's going to hurt your miners. You could either do that with a scout, or you could do it with the queen. So the first way that we just saw happen right here is the queen came on into the base. She took care of the clan castle. Miners are going to then storm the rest, as you're seeing happen from the north. Or you could scout a base. And what scouting is when another attacker attacks the base, they do it just to see where the traps are, just to see what's in the clan castle. Oftentimes it could be a lower level town hall. Town Hall 9 attacking a 10, just to get some value out of that attack and give you some information about what's inside of the base, some intel. And then if there's something in the clan castle that won't hurt your miners, something like a lava hound, that is a perfect clan castle to storm a base with the miners. Now, if you have a scout happen and you know there's an electro dragon, or you realize it's a dragon or a baby dragon or balloons, you know you're going to have to take that out with the queen charge before you send in your miners. Now, we have a lot of miners left. they can be very tricky sometimes. Sometimes they just pop on into the base. They're underground. You can't even see them. These miners are crazy.
Your crazy matches my crazy.
So as I'm recording this, guys, I'm sitting in my office and I have been like quarantined for nearly 2 weeks already. How are you guys doing? Are you staying safe? Are you washing your hands? Is your area safe from the whole corona thing? I'm in New York, and at the time I'm recording this video, we have 10,000 confirmed cases in New York of the coronavirus, and it's really like 1,000 more every day become confirmed, which is pretty crazy. So I hope you guys are being safe, and hope that everything is okay. Now, I'm going to be showing you a few other things in this war as well. Yes, we're looking at miners. I have 2 more attack strategies of miners for a total of 4. But I also have a really crazy attack, 2 of them actually, that I want you to see. We're going to get into one of those after this attack is done. There's the composition, and again, miners and 1 hog in the clan castle. So this is the crazy attack I was talking about. We got a bova, and I'm not sure if there's a hoe in those clan castles there or what it is. And by a hoe, I mean hog riders. We do have balloons in the attack as well, though. So we're going to start with a queen charge. Then we're going to see the bowlers and Valkyries go into this base. It's kind of like a Falcon strategy in a way, but definitely different at the same time. What we're looking at is really a custom attack. So I kind of put this attack in here as an intermission for all the miner stuff. 2 more miner attacks to come that I want you guys to check on out. But the queen is going to get good value with that queen charge yet again. And then the bowlers and those Valkyries are going to come on in, and they're going to be a nice kill squad into the core of the base. Let's see how that entrance actually happens. But notice a big investment right here out of Devil, coming on in with a slow queen walk and really not rushing that happening in the base. And again, no siege machines, so nothing to open up these walls or take out extra defenses. Only a minute and a half left in this attack, and only 23% of the base is taken down, which is kind of crazy, thinking that, you know, the rest of this base is going to be taken down in like a minute. Valkyries are coming in. Notice that the king is setting the funnel over there in the east. It looks like this is a Falcon variation. Gotta love it, guys. Falcon coming back in its own unique form. Rage spell allows those Valkyries to tear through the wall, but there is a dragon. Is that dragon going to hurt our troops? I noticed another heal and rage dropped right in the core of the base. Oh my goodness. It's complete mayhem in the core of the base. Everything is going to be shredded. Bowlers, Valkyries, the queen jumped in there as well, and our healers are now healing up our troops. In addition to the queen, notice the skeleton spell in the composition as well, and some back-end balloons. This is nice. I like this one quite a bit. Now we even have those skelly spells going in there to do some distraction and to help take down the air defense, and the rest of this base is cooked. So, not long ago, maybe a week ago, we talked about Valkyries and how they're not really meta right now, and I did a tier list, and they got a fairly low score because no one's really using them. This is the one variant of a strategy that Valkyries are still dominating in, and that is Falcon. Unfortunately, no one's really doing Falcon right now, so I'm really happy to see Devil moves coming on in with the Falcon strategy, or at least his variation of it, showing that you can attack with anti-meta attack strategies and still pull in 3 stars. But with that said, let's get back to the miners. Now we have AM on this attack, and it's a really weird strategy. Check it out. Only 2 healers in this one. Anti-3-star design with the town hall over on the western side of the base, and it only is going to take 2.5 minutes for this base to go down, which is kind of crazy. Starting out with the queen. Now, my question is he going to do a really light queen charge? Like only 2 healers on that queen? Pretty crazy if that queen lasts for a long time, and we are going to see. Getting good value out of those wizards, setting that funnel for the queen to go in the right direction. A couple of archers getting some good value as well. Now, taking along less healers with you is going to allow you to bring more miners, which is going to be really strong in the core of the base when they start going through. But the funnel has been set, and now we could imagine the miners are going to come in from this side or from the town hall side. And from the placement of that king, my guess would be right on top of that town hall. I would like to see those miners drop on in. Let's see if I'm right or not. The queen, her ability was popped, so really it's just the healers keeping... Now, here we go. Queen went down. So what that was, going in with kind of a light queen charge, just really wanting to get some value out of the queen and then allow the healers to jump on top of the miners. And, well, that's exactly what's going to happen, and it's working pretty well. Now, we talked about a Lava Hound clan castle earlier. With the poison spell, you could take care of the balloon, freezing it as well. Really smart play. Gonna make sure that that balloon goes down before the miners interact with it, and then the lava hound will do nothing. The hound will not pop. It will not take down your miners. You're all good, and that's probably why AM wanted the queen to go down as well, so the queen didn't pop that lava hound and have to deal with those lava pups. Right now, the king is still going to funnel up what's everything in the northern part of the base. Heal spells are being dropped, and not so much value out of that top heal spell, but the one down below worked out really well. Actually, there's more miners in there than I anticipated. You know, they do hide well, as we mentioned earlier on. The king is still up, and not really tanking too much, but taking out a bunch of stuff. The barbarian's even working on that mortar, and the miner's going to path through and clean up what's left of this base. 2 healers only on the queen, knowing the queen would go down, knowing the healers would hop on top of those miners, and knowing that the lava hound would then not have to be dealt with in the rest of the attack. And as you saw at the very end, the lava hound was still there, still floating, doing no damage. And another miner hit right here at a turtle, coming in with more of the regular strategy that we were seeing in the beginning of this video. And against a base that could be deceptive, but the cool thing about miners is walls mean nothing. Don't worry so much about the walls because the miners go underneath them. I love the baby dragon balloon drop right there. That baby dragon is gonna tank for the balloons. Balloons are gonna take out a few defenses, and the baby dragon is gonna continue on and get more value. Worked out beautifully. Now the queen, her funnel has been set. Everything in the west has been cleared out, and the queen can walk on up towards the northern part of the base. I would anticipate the king coming in from the north as well, but we're going to see. We're going to see what Turtle has in mind. Sometimes it's different than what I have in mind. Notice the town hall did go down. I'm not even sure what did that. It may have been a goblin. I think it may have been that goblin, actually. Wish I could see that. Maybe my editor could pop it up on the screen. Maybe. We'll see. Not sure if it was visible. King is in right now from the other side of the base, actually. Opposite of what I was thinking. So funneling down here in the south, allowing for the miners to dive right on into the enemy queen, into the clan castle, into those downward? One is downward, 2 are upward facing expos. So we have 3 expos, 1 down, 2 up. So it gives that extra range for the downward facing one, which actually makes it a little bit harder for the miners, but nothing is impossible, of course. 1 more heal spell left in the composition. We have 1 dropped in the core, right where there's all that heavy fire. Notice the queen charge is still charging up in the top of the base. It's actually not a queen charge. It's a queen walk. She never did actually get inside of the base to make it a charge. And the miners are going with their last heal spell on that final expo and that final air defense. Not air defense. What am I talking about? It's the Inferno Tower. The air defense is, well, there is a final one, but it doesn't matter in this strategy, of course. Sorry about that. Queen is going to clean up everything else that's left. Tons of miners left over. I miss playing Town Hall 10 with miners because they're a lot harder right now at Town Hall 12 and Town Hall 13. But Town Hall 10 is like the sweet spot for miners. They do so well. It's a strategy that you should be trying out and you should be practicing so that you can be one of the best Town Hall 10s in your clan. Maybe we could even title this video that. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. And as we close out this video, we're going to watch an attack that's another custom strategy here from Handsome Jethro. Coming in with the baby dragons, the queen charge, setting a nice funnel. They're going to come in with a heavy Lumion attack. I'm assuming that there's going to be a lava hound in the clan castle for this one. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you really consider utilizing miners specifically at Town Hall 10. If you're struggling with strategies, the miners are super strong. They can really deal with defenses better than most troops because of their ability to duck underground and to not be targeted while they're underground. But not only that, they can also be healed up while underground. If you drop a heal spell and the miners are under it, they can be healed while underground, which is a huge perk. It's a huge advantage. That's what I'm trying to say. A huge advantage for those miners. So try and get used to them. Use them for farming. Practice there. Friendly challenge it up, and then take it to war and see if you can pull in 3 stars. If you guys are able to, I want you to let me know your status, your war hits, your stats in the comments section of this video. And also, guys, if you like the idea of using miners, give this one a thumbs up. I'd love to get this video to 300 likes in the first 24 hours. and there was a Lava Hound coming out of that CC. So a light Lava Loon with a lot of minions. It's more like the more like a TDH attack right here. Actually, I kind of like this one. Kind of like it a lot. Beautiful balloons, minions cleaning up behind. Great strategy. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and found it useful, and share it with your friends and all that great stuff. Hope that you're staying safe, and I hope that you check out this video before you leave for the day. But we're out of here. Take it easy, guys, and be good.